And Mitch, I want to kick this to you, talking for folks that may know this information, might be looking to secure their real estate or may have already secured their real estate. Like, at what point throughout this process should this prospective business owner be approaching someone like you, someone in the Buffalo Common Council, their local council? Because I think if you haven't done that, I think you've probably got your order of operations quite wrong.
Yeah, I would say right away when you're looking to apply, or this is something that you want to do, is to look at a map, see where the location is, and talk to your local council member, because local municipality, local government is nuts and bolts. There's no frills. It's so I can speak for elected officials that won't go on record. I will. That a lot of local officials feel that the state passed these sweeping changes in law and then just threw it to the local municipality and said, well, you figure it out when it comes to zoning, planning, neighborhood associations, and neighborhood harmony. Because a lot of the calls that I'm dealing with are quality of life and making sure people are having healthy interactions when it comes to retail, bars, restaurants, you name it. So Denk is in my newly reapportioned district on Main Street, and because of the zoning classification it was on Main Street, it didn't trigger a special use permit to the Common Council. I thought that was very important for me to get out in front of it and not only help them through other paperwork or letters of support, but also to show and demonstrate to the public that this is here and we live in a brave new world and it's something to be scared of. And like I had said earlier to Nate and to Joe, was that perception is reality. So Denk is really the model for me because it's a beautiful facility. It's wonderfully secured. It takes down all the misconceptions of what these stores will be and how they will interact with neighborhoods. And it is light retail, so it's the way that you fit in and weave them into neighborhoods, to me, has gone pretty seamlessly. And I think that it has demonstrated to a lot of people in the city of Buffalo and in my district that this is nothing to be frightened of. I have to say, at least from the notification standpoint, it's kind of like liquor licenses now that come to the council every 2 weeks. That's generated by the city clerk, and it's a notification. So I know usually a new bar or restaurant is coming to my district because the SLA sends us a notification that so at this location is applying for this license. So we usually can't anticipate them coming before the council for a special use permit. The same thing we're starting to see with cannabis management, where they're saying, well, there are these potential locations that are applying for this license. And so it's public. Anyone could go to the Common Council's website and see these agendas. So it initially had a chain reaction when we had gotten a slew of notifications, and people were calling all council members and saying, we see that there's a dispensary on Filmore, on Allen, Chippewa, you name it. So some folks had, kind of reached out to their council members in concern. So, I say that because you should always get ahead of it. So do your research and your due diligence, know who your neighborhoods, your neighbors are, understand what other businesses are in there, maybe identify some or see some challenges that might be on the street. And then when you go meet with your council member, explain your business plan, show them how it will be, harmonious to the neighborhood and really not be a detriment, and that it's really retail. This is, we're talking about collecting taxes, and the local municipality is supposed to collect tax that they can then provide services to the rest of the city of Buffalo. So I think getting ahead of it is the most important thing, and I think building that relationship and knowing where you are in the spatial and geographical locations of schools or libraries or residential areas will help move your application through the council easier.